Good morning, everybody. This is Joe. How are you today? I want to talk with you a little bit about some real estate general topics and some general stuff in real estate today while I'm doing some work here. This is Joe Panovich at 949-439-0383. Joe Panovich, www.joepanovich.com. So feel free to email me at joepanovich@gmail.com. Email me, let me know what you're talking about, what you're interested in. So I want to get to the topic of the day, and I would like to talk to you about general real estate happenings. As we know now, it's this time of year, sales are going to slow down a little bit. School has started, and summertime is over now. This is the last day of summer, or today or tomorrow's the last day of summer. So now we're getting off the cooling off period. Now, when I mean the cooling off period, it's cooling up in sales, obviously, and buying, but it's not cooling off in real estate. And what I mean by not cooling up in real estate, agents are still working. What I mean by we're still out there door knocking, we're still out there marketing, we're still out there selling, we're still out there moving properties, doing open houses. Because one of the best times to do an open house is actually just at the end of the summertime. People are still interested in buying. You're going to still see those sales at different times of the year. I've heard of sales on Christmas Day or Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Eve, because people they live back east. They got that 4-day vacation for Thanksgiving, and you got that 4-day open period. You got to get there. You're off work on Wednesday. You're off work on Wednesday, and guess what, man? You got to be back to work Monday. So Christmas Day, Thanksgiving Day, you got to go out to do sales. I've heard of sales on Thanksgiving Day. So real estate's always moving. There's always things going on in the market, and what's really cool about that is that there's people always interested in real estate. Now, what I'd like to talk to you guys kind of about today is hold on a second. I gotta get. What I got to talk to you guys about today is that what we're interested in as agents, how to help clients. We always keep people in the know about business, about selling, about real estate. So when you're looking at real estate, you're looking at a business that's going to continue the process no matter what time of year it is, especially in California. Now, I understand there are states like New York, Pennsylvania, snow areas that you're not going to have the ability to do those kind of sales, that kind of business. It just is going to be too difficult to do that. But so now we're looking at a real estate market now that's, like I said, been slowing down a little bit, but it's still moving. Now I'm going to give you guys some tips as an agent, what you guys can do as buyers and sellers during this time of year. First thing is, think out of the box. Think out of the box as a buyer and as a seller. And what I mean by think out of the box, don't say, oh, I can't buy a house right now because it's Christmas is in 2 months. Oh, Halloween's coming up. Thanksgiving's coming up in a couple of months. All this stuff is right around the corner. But you know what? If you buy a house this time of year or a little bit later, you can really get some good deals. Negotiated commissions. Negotiated prices. So let me tell you something. Nobody wants to have open houses during Christmas season. They just don't want to do it. They want to get the house sold, and they want to get it marketed. They want to get it out. You know what I mean? They want to get the house off the market and get it sold, so they can move their own home, get people in, and they can move. So selling during Christmas season, the holiday season, is a great time to sell because you're going to be able to move that property. And when I mean move the property, I mean sell that property, but at a lower rate. But you're going to get buyers and great deals, man. Give me 1 second, guys. So I'm talking, you guys are working, but that's good. So that's what we're looking at here. We're looking at this aspect of real estate that people are reluctant to get in. You see a lot of listings. They're no longer listed, but it says you'll see in the MLS that says hold for till after Christmas. They put the listing on sale and hold it till after Christmas, and they're losing business. I understand some people don't want to have the people come to the house during Christmas. I get it now. I get it. But that's some general tips I want to give you guys. Think out of the box. Think differently. Don't, you know what I mean? Also in real estate, as a buyer and as a seller, think about what you want to do here. What you're looking for, or what type of house. We talked about this in my other broadcasts. I try to do broadcasts at least once a week, if not twice. Okay, and I might stay here for a whole hour. I might talk to you guys for an hour or 45 minutes. It just depends. Because I want to get a bunch of stuff out to you guys. And you guys are really sit here and watch me, because I know a lot of people don't like long YouTube videos because they get kind of redundant, kind of boring. But you know what? Sometimes you can just sit there and just like watch it and kind of learn the process. I usually always go 30 minutes, but this time I try to go 45. It depends on how I'm doing with the conversation here. Now, so when you're looking for a house, looking for certain things, look at the time of year, man. We've talked about locations before. We've talked about what types of houses. We talked about some other broadcasts. But see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to redo the broadcasts like these things. Like once a month, I'll repeat some of my broadcasts. You got to feel comfortable when you're going out to see people's houses during the holiday season, during winter time. Because if the house is still in the market, that means they're interested in selling the property and moving the property. You as a buyer should be able to say, okay, I want this house. Let's make a listing on it. Because you know what? People don't want to move in and out during Christmas. Now, here's the thing is, what I recommend, here's the thing is, buy the house in November. Buy the house in November. And negotiate with the owners that say, you know what, I'm going to buy the house. We're buying the house in November, but we're going to move in. We'll move in just January. Unless the person got to be back eating. Some people are selling the property because they got to have a quick move. You know what I mean? So they have to have a quick move. They got to start a new job or something for whatever reason. But sometimes, hey, you know what? I'm going to buy the house in November. We're going to move in January. So you guys stay here for 2 months. We'll stay here. We'll stay where we're at, and we'll work out some kind of deal. Unless it's a vacant property. The best thing to look for in this time of year, man, is vacant properties. Don't not look at vacant properties, man. Vacant properties are ready to move. Now, and one thing that's good about vacant properties, remember we talked about here general questions, general stuff about real estate. Look at where you want to be. You're buying a home, you want to get it on a deal. So you buy it from somebody, say, hey, let's move on January. Let's wait till after the holidays. But okay, great. But hey, you got those properties that are vacant. And what are vacant properties? Yes, they're money drainers. They cost money to run them. They cost money to operate them. And that's critical important to understand. If it's a vacant property, they want to move it. They don't care what time of year it is or anything. They want to move that property, get it sold, and they also want to get the from spending any money. They want to stop spending money for their stop the costs of maintaining the property. So rental properties, really look into those. Not rental properties, but vacant properties. And if you're if you're looking for investment properties, you can always buy those any time of year. We're talking about deals. We're talking about people buying real estate to live in. And I would say the same thing with sellers. Look at what you're doing. Look at how you look at these properties. Think about it when you're selling these properties. Think outside, like I just said a few minutes ago. Think out of the box when you're selling, and think in the box when you're buying. So when you're buying a property, hold on a second. So when you're looking outside the box, selling a property, do open houses and have Christmas cookies or have cookies out. You may not celebrate Thanksgiving or Christmas, but that's not the point. You want to sell the property. Think outside the box. Think differently. You want to have an agent who's willing to negotiate. Now, some agents don't want to work on those types of days, that time period, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, because some agents don't want to work on that time period, and while they're vacations too and stuff like this. But vacations are different. So, like I'm thinking about, when you're selling the properties as a buyer, or as a seller and as an agent, what are you looking at? Forget about the money. Everybody knows that sales are about money and stuff like that. Forget about that kind of stuff. You got to look at it differently. What is this all about, guys? Seriously. It's all about making your clients happy and making sure that you have repeat customers and you have happy clients and happy customers. That's what you want. That's what your main goal is, and that's what you always should be looking forward to. So try something differently. Think differently. And when you want to buy a house, let me move on to a few things differently. When you want to move, but it's differently, but the same thing. When you want to move into a house that's vacant, picture the house. Now, this is general real estate questions here, but I'm gonna talk about vacant properties specifically. Look at the property, man. The vacant property is the best property to see. Now, one thing about property, that vacant properties that people don't like, you don't see the furniture, but picture your own furniture in there. And you're like buying it this time of year. Think about the house, what you can do with that. Think about the property. Think how the property can be improved, what you have on it, like what you can paint, what you can remove. So, with vacant properties, you have there's a lot of ability in there to really make a good showing for what you want. And also, one thing that's good about vacant properties, you could really walk the floors. Make sure there's no floor damage, make sure there's no wall damage on the bottom. So you got a lot of good stuff with vacant properties. But you know what? That's really good about vacant properties? Negotiations. Negotiations is really good. Now here's the thing is, think about it for a second here. Now, I'm not giving any advice or anything here, but think about this for a second. If you as a buyer, figure what do owners have to pay? Property taxes, stuff like this. If you as a buyer negotiate, say, hey, you know what, property tax to the house are, say, $8,000. And you say, you know what, hey, Bob, I'm saying the agent, the buyer's name is, but hey, Bob, I'm Joe, okay, I'll be the agent, I'm Joe, the agent. Hey, Bob, Bob's the seller. My client, John, just said, hey, you know what? You got property tax on the property that are due, because we checked the property. $8,000. You know what? If you give me $8,000 off the house, or $10,000, or $15,000 off the property, I'll pay the $8,000 taxes. I don't know if I can legally do that. Let me make sure about the legalese of doing that, because there's an escrow time period, between ownership and stuff like that. So the owner of the property has to pay the taxes that be paid by the owner. So that person, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. So yeah, okay. Well, okay, we'll give you $15,000 off, and you pay the $8,000 property taxes. Well, when escrow closes, you want to make sure escrow closes not when taxes are paid in April and December. That's what it is in California, or wherever. So you want to make sure the taxes haven't been paid yet. So what you do, as the buyer, you pay the taxes out of escrow, because you bought a property. You pay tax out of the escrow before or after escrow. I don't know how that works after escrow closes. You pay the taxes. This is kind of guessing if there's like a theory we can do this. I'm thinking. And then you turn around, pay the tax, and then you get the tax deduction on the property that you just bought, because you paid the tax after you just bought it. I don't know if you can legally do that, but it's something to really look at. To say, look at, you got $15,000 off. You paid the $8,000 tax bill, but what do you know? Taxes are deductible. So something to look at there. So you have to think differently. You have to ask questions. Yeah, okay. So here's your negotiation. Because the guy said, well, I got to pay my $8,000 property tax. I can't give you a discount because I need the money. Well, okay, I'll pay the taxes for you. But here's the thing: is sellers never pay. Buyers never pay. But sometimes they have that ability to pay. And there's some guys that are cash buyers. You know. So there's a lot of looking. There's a lot of things to look at here when you buy a house, especially sellers. Offer discounts. Offer to carry notes. Always look differently. Look out of the box. Think differently. You can't be the same person. You can't want the same things that everybody else wants. You got to think differently. You guys got to look and think differently. You got out of the box. That's what's important. Hold on a second. I'm working on it, guys. Give me a sec. Unfortunately, well, I can stay here for a few minutes. Yeah, so when you look at this the stuff of real estate here, you got to think differently. So when you think differently, when you look at things differently, it really makes makes it interesting for the buyers and sellers. Gives them motivation. It makes you want to really look at that. You know, I'm going to stick around here for a few more minutes because I'm doing some other real estate related stuff here, and my papers I want are not in front of me, and they're over here and over there, and I don't want to keep moving around. So I'm going to get off in a couple of minutes. I was going to go 45 minutes, but I can't today. But what I want to do is just end with this note. Think out of the box when you're buying in the winter time. Think about what you want as a buyer and as a seller, and also be able to think of how to help the other person. Real estate is not making money, man. It really isn't. It's about giving people a place to be happy with, be comfortable with. And what's really interesting about real estate is you want to have a satisfied customer, but you also want to have a satisfied buyer and seller. Everybody has to have that ability to feel like they got something out of the deal. The buyer, the seller, the listing agent, and the selling agent. Everybody has to be happy. You know, it's not about money, and it's not about what type of sales are you making. It's about making people happy. And one of the really interesting things about real estate is, like I was saying here just a minute ago, it's not how long that you take to sell a house or how long that this person has their house on the market. It's make the person feel comfortable that buys a house or sells a house. Give them that good advice. Tell them you got to get rid of this, take care of this, do this, do this. And you know what? In general topics about real estate, it's about being happy, just be yourself, man. Be comfortable with what you are. You know, say what you want when you're buying a house. Be able to think and say what you want. Some people might buy this real estate is just about money, not about the location. Some people's locations. So you got to look at all this. Everything you look at, everything you think about to make that person happy, especially as agents. You know, you want repeat customers. But as a buyer, do what you can do to make the seller happy. That might give you something. You know, and also, you know, when you're in a vacant property or a foreclosed home, realize the kind of house you're in. You know, realize. See, when I close this up and I say, when you're selling a foreclosed home, you got to realize that was somebody's home they lost. You got to think about that when you buy a home. Not that I'm saying don't buy them, but think about the person that was there. You know, it's not that you have to think about them in a way, but you know what? Just think about what's going on in the property. And some people don't like foreclosed homes. They don't want to deal with it, man. Just like they don't want repossessed cars. But what I want to do here is close off here in a second. I'm running. I got a little bit of work to do. And was prepared, except had a few documents that are over there and over here, and so I don't want to go back and forth. I'll close up with this. When you're buying a house, think about buying a house during the winter time. Give me a call at 949-439-0383. I'll be happy to talk to you about it. Send me an email, joepadovich@gmail.com. I'll be happy to talk with you. Send you some information. Because you know what's important? My interest is selling property, because I'm a real estate agent. But also my interest is in making you happy, satisfied, to say, he did what I wanted, and we got stuff. Because here's the thing, it's an important thing to say here. Agents must be ethical, must be hardworking, and must be knowledgeable. Okay? Now, we have not everything. We have to know something. Like I talked about the taxes a little while ago. Ethical, knowledgeable, and helpful. That's what agents should be. Okay? Now, I'm going to be on here again in another couple of days. We'll do some more stuff here. When we do some more elaborate stuff, I actually want to do hopefully a couple of calls. I'm trying to get an appointment for expired listing, kind of show you guys the work. So I want to motivate agents also, like myself, and just get out there. I want to motivate agents to work. I get motivated. I want to motivate agents, but I also want to motivate and say, hey, this guy's a nice guy. I want him to sell my house. I want him to buy me my house. Or even just have a general question for me. It's great, man. I take questions occasionally, talk about real estate trends. And pretty soon we'll get on here and do a real estate trend talk. Actually, market conditions, how markets are selling, how sales are dropping. Interest rates have not been, a real quick tidbit, interest rates are still the same, so nothing's changing there for interest rates. So let's keep it going. Nice talking, guys, and that's cool, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. My name is Joe Padovich at Padovich, and have a great day. Thank you very much. I will see you later. Have a good